Hello and welcome back to the Monster Hunter Generations demo, where today we're going to be using the other two styles of bow. So let's get the bow and practice some archery. Now, aerial bow is interesting from what I've heard. I mean, it certainly looks like it'd be a lot of fun from what I've seen. But I've never used it because I've never used a bow in this game until that last episode. So this will be an interesting experience. Let's start out by finding out what we lose. Is it going to be power shot? Place your bets. Yeah, it's power shot. And arc shot. Can't do either one. Good to know. Oh, by the way, something that I forgot to do in the last episode is show off that bow is actually pretty special when it comes to jumping off ledges. Because check this. You know how you get mount hits by doing jump attacks? Well, apparently, just falling off the edge like that doesn't cut it, and jumping off like that also isn't great. Hang on. We'll get this. Yeah, you see that? You jump off, you tap R. You fire a shot that also basically pushes you back onto the ledge, allowing you to do it again. Which is nice. It's a lot easier to do if you've got a regular roll, like if you're using any style other than aerial. But, I mean, aerial does have its own way of getting repeated airborne strikes. And it's called just being able to jump from anywhere. That's the thing. So, let us once again start off poison coating. Thanks for the assist there, Alteroth. Now, I'm curious here. So let's jump off. Okay, A fires a shot. X slices. So X is near worthless. And R fires a shot forward. So A fires down, R fires towards where the camera is looking. And that'll be important if you're fighting things that are so tall that you can't actually fire over them. And looks like the A shot isn't so bad. I think it might just be equivalent to a power shot. That's certainly what it looks like. Also, you need to make sure that you're vaulting over the monster, because otherwise you're going to shoot the freaking ground. And shooting the ground helps nobody. So, honestly, I'm going to say right now, this doesn't feel great. I'd rather just use power shots from the ground. Like, I get that this is probably, well, not probably, it's definitely worlds better for scoring mounts. But even so, you can see, based on the number of times I've hit with these aerial attacks already, they are definitely reduced in their mount potency. Mount potency. Lost my tongue's footing there. So yeah, basically, if you're trying to get a mount, there are better weapons to do it with than this. Like, aerial greatsword, pretty good at getting a mount. Aerial switch axe, fantastic at getting mounts. Aerial bow, not so high up there. Like, I'm sure it's doable. I'm sure it'll happen before the quest is done. But the fact that it hasn't happened yet Whereas aerial switch axe would take 5 hits, and that's, 2.5 jumps. Just trying to say, bow maybe not best for mounting. Boop. And now that we've got this thing pissed off, now I wonder, am I going to be better served by doing repeated jump attacks? Or by just charging up to level 2 constantly? Well, at least we know it's going to hold still. And it looks like repeated jump attacks is the way to go for when it's in the trap. Provided you can actually jump on it and not manage to miss it due to its flailing around. Maybe jump from the back like this. There's our mount. We're going to run out of stamina up here. And because of that, we lost it. Really should have gone with the dash juice first. Because if you're trying to go for a mount with repeated jumps in aerial style, you're really going to want dash juice. Because every jump takes a chunk of stamina. And I wasn't paying attention, but it's possible that every downward fire that we do also takes a chunk. This is a bow, after all. And bows use stamina. Similar to how bow guns use bullets. Similar, but not identical. Yay, I shot the ground. And that is another part of the reason why this just doesn't feel that great. The fact that you can shoot the ground immediately after vaulting off the monster. Like, hitting A shoots directly downward from the look of it. And it looks like there's no real follow-up to it. Oh, you can follow it up with a shot towards where the camera is facing, but chances are if you're hitting the monster by shooting directly downward, the forward shot is not going to connect. And I can't press A again during the vault, so... Yep, just one downward shot per vault. Come here, you. Fine, dodge my jump. See if I care. I care a lot, actually. Missed. Missed. I am wasting so many of my power coatings. Hopefully this will help. Don't you dare. Okay. And I'm probably not hitting the weakest parts of the monster's body doing this. Thankfully, it seems to eliminate critical distance, or rather just count everything as critical distance, judging by the screen shaking. And I mean, that's nice. But still, not the most ideal. Back to 5, eh? There's a carcass there that the Narga might eat from. I think. No, guess not. Fine by me. So if I don't get at least 2 mounts in this quest, this is simply not going to feel worth it. Especially because I failed the first one so spectacularly. There we are. Whoosh. I should really be using triple volley. I'll use it when he's down. Makes sense. too close. Shot the ground. This is gonna suck. Or not. I expected to take that right to the face. Expected to be fly swatted. Don't know why I put my weapon away. That's not necessarily a good idea. Yeah, if you're using an aerial weapon, you actually want to put it away as infrequently as possible for most of them. There are exceptions, greatsword being a very notable one. But a lot of the aerial weapons lose access to their biggest things if they're sheathed when you jump. Like switch axe, for example, if you're in sword mode, you lose the hit on the way up and only get the one on the way down. It cuts your damage potential in half. And bowguns simply can't fire in the air unless the gun was unsheathed when they jumped. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons that you would want to keep your weapon out before jumping. And we are out of power coats. So close range, I suppose, is the next best thing. We were too far at first, but then the Narga moved closer. But wait, why would it be too far? Because we were hitting the tail, which juts out farther. Maybe it's one of those that the tail was actually slightly too close? Got your face. Where are you going, Narga? And that's one of the things that feels really good about aerial, is if you manage to vault over a monster, you're temporarily invulnerable, so you can actually use it to dodge through attacks by jumping off the thing being used for the attack, like that. I totally should have eaten that, but instead I jumped off the Narga. Another thing that feels really good is actually vaulting off an Uragon's chin while it's doing its super pound. That just feels great. Like, honestly, worth the price of admission if you're using aerial, if you get to do stuff like that. Okay, back over to 6. And we've still got these. So let's use them. Boing, shoot. Boing, shoot. Boing, shoot. Boing, no shoot. Boing, shoot. Okay, so the fire downward, I just paid attention, does not eat a chunk of stamina. So that's nice. It would be pretty terrible if it did eat stamina, though. Wonder how long it'll be till we get another mount. It'll certainly be a while if we shoot the ground. Shooting the monster is definitely more helpful. Go on ahead. Okay. Still haven't even broken anything, and because of all my misses, we are just completely out of power coats, and we're almost out of close range coats as well. So this is the thing I was talking about, by the way. Feeling bad when you're out of the good coats. Like, now I'm stuck doing way less damage. And I've got no way to do more damage. So here I am using exhaust coats on an already exhausted monster, simply because they're the only coat I have that'll actually have any effect whatsoever. And hey, if I hit it in the face enough, I'll KO it. Also, that was rude of it, just jumping up through me. Might as well use these while it's eating. Missed. Yeah, aerial bow is not my favorite. Not the least because you can just straight up miss and actually lose coatings because of it. Like, I vaulted off the monster. The fact that I can vault off a part and shoot directly downward without the monster having moved and sometimes still just miss because of the hitboxes for the vaulting not being entirely accurate just for the sake of gameplay. Because, I mean, if you had to be directly on top of the monster part in order to vault off it, it would make it a lot tougher if you had to make, you know, direct contact. So I get that, but the fact that the hitboxes are mushy enough for the vault, but not mushy at all for the actual shots that follow, doesn't feel great. I'd love to get a KO, but I know that's not going to happen. So, yeah, I guess we're just going without coatings for the rest of this. May have missed with one of the shots, but at least the big one hit. Alright. At least the quest won't be much longer. Got a little bit more of my hunter art gauge. Might be able to get off one more triple volley before the quest is over. See, this time the cats did wait until the next area for one of them to use the infinite stamina thing. Be nice if they'd do that all the time. Was kind of hoping I'd get a kill with that, but you can't always get what you want. Too far. Just right. I'm sure if I wasn't wasting so many shots on my aerial jumps, that I probably could have brought this thing down faster. But, I mean, it feels nice when you actually get the hit, so I always press the button hoping for it, even though I certainly can't always expect to get the hit. But hey, that's just how things are. Now, Adept Bow is widely considered to be the single most powerful Adept style weapon. Like, it gains the absolute most from Adept, simply because when you dodge through something, you can immediately get a level 3 charge. Provided your bow can charge up to level 3, that is. But still, just an instant charge like that, followed up with a power shot. That's strong. And also, it doesn't use nearly as much of your stamina. So, I am looking forward to this. Of course, if we had a bow that could charge higher than level 2, that would be better, but we don't, so we just gotta take what we've got. And I need to try using the level 1 shots for applying my statuses. I also need to see what we lose. That was not the right button. Oh, no, you don't. It is hard to shoot this cat accurately. There we go. Whoops, ran out of stamina. That does not help. Okay, so we lose arc shot. That's actually not a huge loss. So let's actually apply our poison coating before going in. And there we go. Where are you going, Narga? Up to 5. I can follow you there. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in close, use these wide shots, or rather spread shots, and see how quickly we can get a poison with those. Or at least, you know, see how many shots it takes. If it's fewer than, like, 9 to 11, then we'll know it's the thing to do. So yeah, look at that. Instant full charge. It's nice. It looks like it's actually the this level of charge, not the... I guess this is level 1? So we gotta wind up a little bit. So I'm probably gonna end up using more shots than I would have otherwise, simply because I was starting off wrong. Yep. But now that I've got it, it's good. And let's get the sleep coats on. Let's put the weapon away. Let's use this. I'm gonna try and use that as often as I can, simply because it's good. Would have been better if I actually hit the monster. And once again, hooray for just instant full charge. If I was using power shots, this would probably be going better. And it looks like we do not, in fact, sleep it any faster. Whoops. Gotta go fast. Would have put down another bomb if I hadn't wasted time firing that extraneous shot. Seriously though, I wish there was a way to sheath into a new coating. But I guess it's different from bow guns, and it's not as necessary, since, you know, your coating doesn't get taken off if you just cycle through. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna have to see what happens if I tap X post-dodge. Looks like nothing. So bows don't get the crazy run that light bow guns got, which is sad because that was hilarious. Anyway, let's get our Mega Dash juice going. Because I rather like not needing to care about stamina. Tried to dodge in just for the free charge. Though I didn't have my weapon equipped, or rather, unsheathed. So it actually was pretty worthless to even try. Ooh, it looks like they've actually changed the color of the Kelby's knockout stars to let you know whether they were technically killed or stunned. So it looks like orange stars is for if they were knocked out with cut, and probably the traditional yellow stars for if it was impact. Too far. Still too far. Don't know what I was thinking. Now that is nice. Recovery from the power shot is a bit long, so I wasn't able to dodge there. Oh, good. We've got 2 vases of vitality. And I failed to dodge that. And that just wasn't going to hit me in the first place. Alright, Nargo, where are you going? Down to 6. So, here we go. So, considering that Adept Bow only loses the arc shot, which I don't even use in the first place. Oh, it also loses the back hop. That's a little unfortunate because back hops were good for spacing. But honestly, what they gain is worth the loss. Just got to make sure that you run the proper direction following an adept dodge. Also, what the hell was there a Skype noise for? I've got that thing set on Do Not Disturb. It shouldn't make noise. Skype, you failed me. And I apologize, viewers at home. But I can't cut that sound out without actually cutting out game audio because of how I have to record this. So, yeah. Oh, that flinch brought it out of critical distance. I'll take this. Making pretty good time here. So I suppose that's the power of having power shot. Seriously, power shot's good. Like, I haven't even used these traps. Just the paraknives. So I think in this next area, let's go ahead and slap on close range coding. Just so that we've got something. Oh, he's tired though. Let's not piss him off while he's tired. Thanks for that. And since I'm using close range coding, didn't matter that I was directly under him. Pow, pow, and all. Missed with the good one. So I imagine this thing's gonna limp away pretty soon, but I'm still gonna give this a shot. What the hell, Skype? Got you on Do Not Disturb. Why are you doing notification noises? Yep, there it is. Really, I should have quit Skype, but I kind of forgot. Well, not really forgot. I thought it would be okay if I did Do Not Disturb. But clearly it isn't. So I'll keep that in mind for the future. But anyway. For bow, I'm going to say aerial has potential to be fun against the bigger meteor monsters. Which is true of the aerial styles for a lot of different weapons. But for the most part, I wouldn't really choose to use aerial bow. On the other hand, adept bow is really nice, and guild bow is it's guild bow. It's nice, but I think adept is the one that really stands out for me here. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the bow styles. Join us next time when we use another weapon. And when we don't have Skype on in the first place. See you then, friends.